Hello, this is Yogeshwar 7000 again, and I'm back with my series on Rahu transits 2017. And we all know that Rahu did transit from the zodiac sign of Leo into the zodiac sign of Cancer, and it is going to be staying there for 18 months, starting August the 18th, 2017. For the next 18 months. And Rahu, as we know, that it's a very important transit. One, because it's a major malefic, and secondly, it's going to be staying in that zodiac sign of Cancer for a very long time. For 18 months it stays in one zodiac sign for approximately 18 months. So I know the transits of Sun and Moon are also very important, just to give you an example. But Sun stays in one zodiac sign for 30 days approximately, and Moon stays in one zodiac sign for approximately 2¼ days. So we're not as concerned. Why? Because the period of transit in one zodiac sign is short. But here, for planets like Jupiter, for planets like Saturn, and for planets like Rahu, these transits, it's long, it's 18 months. So that is a matter of concern for us. So zodiac sign of Cancer is going to be occupied by Rahu for the next 18 months, and we'll be discussing today how it is going to affect the moon sign of Capricorn, or people with the moon sign of Capricorn. All right, when I say people with the moon sign of Capricorn, is you just open up your natal chart, your birth chart, and see if moon is sitting in where number 10 is mentioned, which means Capricorn. Then this video is for you. Now, as you can see on the screen, number 10 is placed in the first house or the ascendant. Please do not get confused with that. This video is for the moon sign of Capricorn, not for the ascendant of Capricorn. And the reason is very simple, because the ancient astrological scriptures say that transits or gochara should be considered from the moon sign and not from the ascendant. Okay, but there are certain astrologers, modern day astrologers, or some scholars in the past as well, who feel that we should, or we can, look at the effects of Rahu, or any planet for that matter, not just from the moon but also from the ascendant. So I'm not going to dispute that, but generally it is mentioned in the ancient scriptures, ancient astrological scriptures, that transits look at it from the moon sign only. So how is Rahu going to affect people, the moon sign of Capricorn? All right, so for the moon sign of Capricorn, Rahu is going to be moving from their 8th house into the 7th house. Now, as we've already discussed in an earlier video, that the 8th house placement of Rahu is extremely challenging. All right, in all matters, in health matters, and longevity matters, in mental health matters, all right, in problems to the mother, so on and so forth, problems in marriage. It is a very tough time when Rahu is placed in the 8th house from the moon while it's transiting, or in other words, if Rahu is transiting your 8th house from your natal moon. That's a very tough period of time. Now, for people of Capricorn moon sign, it is going to be moving from their 8th house to the 7th house. So that signifies, or that explains, or that means it is going to give them some relief. All right, so it's good news, but not completely. All right, so don't be very happy, but be somewhat happy that it's moving from its 8th house placement. It's like it was like in the last 18 months must have been like kind of a Ashtak Shani kind of a situation, because as per a saying that Rahu behaves like Saturn. So Rahu's placement in the 8th house from the natal moon is a very tough one, because I've just told you, and what has been discussed in earlier videos. Also, it's like an Ashtak Shani, because it behaves like Shani, so it's going to give the effects of the Ashtak Shani. And Ashtak Shani is when Saturn is placed in the, or Saturn transits in the 8th house from the natal moon, and it gives all kinds of problems. All right, because it's said that Shanivat Rahu, all right, which means Rahu behaved like Saturn. But anyways, good news once again is that it's moving from your 8th house from your natal moon to the 7th house from natal moon, which is much better than the placement of 8th house from the natal moon, but not completely. Like I said, you know, be happy but not completely, because this is also a very tough transit for you. 8th house to 7th house transit is also very difficult for you, especially in matters of marriage and matters of business and matters of relationship with people. It is going to be very tough for you. Now at the same time, having said that, there may be some gains as far as, you know, earning money is concerned, but then again, you know, health matters have to be taken into consideration, because malefic, when it transits into the 7th house from a natal moon, also can give serious health problems. All right, so in other terms, it can behave like a temporary maraka for you as well, because 7th house malefic placement, even if it's transiting, not placement but transit, is very tough on the health. All right, and of course, as we know that when Rahu moves into a zodiac sign, Ketu also moves the very same instant. Why? Because it's right opposite of Rahu, and so Ketu is going to be moving also into the zodiac sign of Capricorn, all right, from Aquarius. So pretty much, you know, this axis of Rahu and Ketu is going to be very disturbing, especially in matters of starting new enterprises, new business ventures, relationship with your spouse, relationship with other people, your health. Extremely be extremely careful of your health, just like you were told. You must have been told, rather, in the preceding 18 months when Rahu was transiting your 8th house from the natal moon. So like I said, you know, once again, I don't want to repeat myself, but be happy but not completely. So it's not a great placement to be in. You may also fall into some kind of a wrong relationship with wrong people, or, you know, a wrong marriage, a wrong romantic relationship, which you have to be extremely careful of. You have to, you know, do a background check very thoroughly for people who are trying to get married to, or even getting involved with. You have to be also careful about some kind of fake religious people who may come across to you as religious teachers. This is a very tough time on that part as well. Okay, also there could be problems related to your children, so be very careful about the health of your children, and also be careful about the relationship with the children. Just like, you know, you have to be careful about the relationship with the spouse. Do not get into a direct conflict. You know, try to kind of diffuse the tension by kind of not going head on with either your spouse or any family member, or any kind of relationship, or even in matters of dealing with their children. Okay, children's health, of course, has to be taken into consideration. Be very careful about their health, your health. Also, do not undertake any major pilgrimages or major travels, even for pleasure, for purposes of pleasure. Okay, so that is also has to be taken into consideration in this next 18 months period. So far I've told you all negative for Capricorn moon sign people for the next 18 months, but do not worry completely, because you have to look at transits of other planets as well, and some of the major transits of like Saturn and Jupiter, if they are favorable for you, then many of the ill effects or difficult effects of, or negative effects of this Rahu transit for Capricorn moon sign people in the next 18 months starting August 18th 2017 may not be felt that negatively, because it's going to diffuse, or it's going to balance some of the negative effects if the other transits of other planets are acting favorably. in your chart, or as per your chart rather. Okay, so one kind of relief, that do not just say that since because I've mentioned negative, look at other planets. If they are positive, then many of the negatives is going to be nullified or balanced. Also look at your dashas, which are the operating periods of planets as per several dasha systems. I normally recommend do not just confine yourself to one dasha system. Go to a couple of maybe one or two nakshatra dasha system, or Vimshotri is a popular nakshatra dasha system, or look at it from the Rashi dasha system, Chara dasha, Narayana dasha. Look at a few dashas and see if those dashas are positive for you. Then many of these negative effects of this Rahu transit for Capricorn moon sign people may not be felt that negatively. Okay, plus if you see that these dashas are negative, and this transit of Rahu is negative for you, for Capricorn moon sign people, and other transits are also not supporting you for the next 18 months, then of course it's not a lose-lose situation. You still can perform certain remedies. Go and contact a good Vedic astrologer, and if you cannot consult a good Vedic astrologer, then at least go and talk to your temple priests. Normally in India, temple priests, or even overseas, temple priests have the knowledge of astrology which has been given to them through their forefathers, been traveling down in their families. So temple priests and will be able to guide you as far as what remedies are required. Do not follow any general remedies. Do not look at the internet and people are recommending all kinds of general remedies. Do not follow that, because remedies are specific to your chart, even if it applies to transits. Okay, so go and consult an astrologer or a Vedic priest in your local temple, and try to perform remedies in case you need to. Sometimes you may not need to. Like I said, if the dashas are positive and transitive negative, then you may not need to perform those remedies that aggressively. Okay, so everything is not negative. There's always a ray of hope. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and in the meanwhile I will recommend subscribe to my channel, check out my website, there is a link below, and I will see you with an interesting topic in Vedic astrology in my next session very soon. Goodbye.